Today's grocery market share release covers the 4 weeks and the 12 weeks to the 7th of July 2024. Market growth in the last 4 weeks of 2.2% has picked up a bit since we reported last month, helped by a modest increase in footfall, which is growing at the fastest rate this year. The growth in trips made online was slightly higher than in bricks and mortar, and every grocer with an internet option saw growth in the channel. Inflation has fallen again, now down to only 1.6%, well within the historical normal range and the lowest level recorded in nearly 3 years. If, and it's a big if, inflation were to continue to go down at the same rate, we could be looking at falling prices by November, which would be pretty unusual, as we've only seen 2 periods of price deflation in our data, which stretches all the way back to the financial crisis of 2008. Neither England or Scotland managed to bring it home in the end and win the men's Euros, but plenty of fans were stocking up at home. Sales of beer and crisps and snacks were much higher than last month, despite the underwhelming weather that gave those categories a boost at this time last year. On the 5 England match days covered in this data, take-home beer sales jumped compared to the same day in the previous week, with the biggest uplifts reserved for Tuesday, Wednesday and Sunday, and not the Saturday. It's only a tiny proportion of overall beer sales, but the uplift for non-alcoholic beer was nearly 3 times higher. Coming back to the summer, or lack of it, in the last 3 months, it has sadly been a tale of more cold and flu treatments, but less sun cream, with some people clearly having lost patience and reached for the artificial tan bottle. Among the retailers, it's worth noting over the 12 weeks that again Ocado are the fastest growing grocer, followed by Lidl. Tesco grew ahead of the market and in fact made their largest share gain since November 2021. Other retailers beating the market growth rate were Sainsbury's, Iceland and Waitrose, with Waitrose taking their first share gains since January 2022. The UK general election ushered in a change of government, and we've had a look at the biggest changes in the last 14 years since Labour were last in power. 5 categories stand out as having more than tripled in sales value since 2010, all giving a little insight into changing consumer habits and priorities. Tonic water reflects the nation's renewed love affair with gin. Healthier eating is behind at least some of the rise for popcorn and chilled vegetarian items, but probably not peanut butter. And finally, the demand for posh coffee, be that ground or beans, has soared. Join us next time for a second look at how the football influenced our shopping. Hopefully the sun will finally come out and we will be keeping a keen eye on pricing. Will we edge closer to grocery deflation or not?